All right, we're back with the final product. We've got an even amount of food here. We mixed in the Easy Complete, one per container here. Mix it as thoroughly as I could. When you're mixing this stuff in, it does kind of have a pungent smell. You might notice. It's a good thing. This stuff is just loaded with all kinds of good stuff that's going to be great for your animal. It kind of almost smells like Cheetos a little bit, but it's kind of got a weird Cheeto smell to it. So anyway, that's that. So now the last phase of this is basically take the handy dandy, just an ice cream scooper. It's the best trick out here, and we start to scoop in here. Now, for a long time when we made this food, what we used to do is we would squeeze. We used to buy the omega-3 fish oil pills, and we'd cut them open and squeeze them in. That was a pain. I don't recommend that. You can buy this one here, and it's got a pump. It's awesome. So what we used to do is we used to put it in the batch, and then I realized that you might want to go up or down with the cat's fat sometimes, and it's actually good to do that, not to be too perfectly consistent. You can kind of stagger a little bit. So what I like to do is I like to give a little squirt in each meal, because sometimes I've done some research on omegas, and what I've found is that when they've been around a long time and you don't know how long they've been around for, they can kind of get rancid and not as effective. So let's say that this batch isn't as good, and we put it in the container, we put it in the food, it's baked into the batch. So if we add it per meal and periodically off and on, we can kind of dictate how much he gets and so on and so forth. So that's why we don't put it in the food anymore. We kind of do it as we go. So there's that. And then basically what we do here is we just go hand it in the ice cream scooper. And I always have a hard time at the beginning of this. I kind of got to figure out what to do and how much to do. We don't like to overfill the containers too much, because if you overfill the containers, they expand in the freezer and then they buckle, and then it creates all kinds of issues. So this is pretty much how we do it. I like to take out every day to every other day, depending. I just kind of look in the refrigerator to see. We keep the stuff on the top shelf. And I like to see where I'm at. And if it's getting low, I'll run down to the basement to the chest freezer, because that's where my chest freezer is, and I'll grab a container, and that's just kind of how we do it, And that's the process. Now this is actually just a small amount of the containers that we have. We're probably going to fill. I'm trying to remember, because we don't do this very often. We don't always do it on time, but we're pretty close with it most of the time. If you're going to go through this process, you're really going to stock up on lots of stuff, especially these little containers. So. This, I much prefer the smell of this supplement than the ones we used to do, because we used to mix, we used to take all the supplements and do the math, and it was a crazy process. So this new process is so much easier than the original process we did. We also don't have to grind up any of the organs like we used to. There we go.